The Columbia Broadcasting System and the makers of Cash for Flower present Quarantine Playhouse Theater. Morrison Wells, producer. Good evening, listeners. This is Mason Pendrick James, in for Ernest Crapple. Tonight, the Quarantine Players present the Quarantine Mystery Chiller Theater. But first, a word from our sponsor, Cash for Flower.
These are dark times. Masked singers are being unmasked. Polyamorous tiger cults are appearing in the South and Midwest. Kanye West's latest album. It's chaos out there.
What about jobs being lost and the economy tanking?
Yes, those things too. So how can you protect your family during the apocalypse?
I hope my stimulus check and small business loan will be coming soon.
Oh, sweet naive Carol. We all know those payments aren't coming. What if you need cash quick?
Well, I have this old coin collection gathering dust.
No one wants your stupid coins, Carol.
Sell my blood?
No, silly Carol.
Oh, become a lady of the night.
No, but talk to me after this. What you need is flour.
Flour?
That's right, Carol, flour. Just look at this graph. The price and scarcity of flour have made it the most valuable commodity in America.
What about all the gold I've been hoarding?
Gold is so the Obama years, Carol. Flour is where it's at. And if you need money now, send your flour in a self-addressed stamped envelope to Cash for Flour, care of Weehawken, New Jersey. There, our flour experts will carefully evaluate your flour and will process a payment to you as soon as possible.
Wow, I sent in 5 pounds of flour and now I can afford to have groceries delivered to me.
Yes, Carol! An audience, you too can enjoy the finer things in life, like affording subscriptions to 3 streaming services at once, all for the price of your unwanted flour.
Time to check my cabinets for more flour.
Yes. Remember, friends, that's Cash for Flour, care of Weehawken, New Jersey. Often not valid in Puerto Rico. Get Cash for Flour today!
Good evening and welcome to the Quarantine Mystery Chiller Theater. Tonight's cast includes Amanda Conlon, Suzanne Slade, Brian Depetris, Jeff LaGreca, Kelly Brighton, Susan Davis, Brian McMullan, Karey Montoya James, Jose Restrepo, and Philip McBride. After the disappearance of Kevin and Dana, Mord, the ringleader of their criminal gang, has shown up at the gruesome lady's residence.
Hello there, old gruesome lady. You know who I am?
Wait. I just had a new, very large front door put in.
As I was saying, do you know who I am?
Hold on. I'm still opening my very large front door. There. Well, hello, Maud. I've been expecting you.
I bet you have. I bet you have.
Come in. Can I get you some tea?
Tea. I get your game, you old dame. Like a spider, you pull him in, don't you?
Well, if you prefer something else, smoothie, latte, tropical fizz, cordial, Dick Van Patten, limeade, coconut rice cooler.
No, I think you're missing the point of my visit. I'm here to get right to it. I run a rough operation.
Ice chai, mint sparkle, boba matcha, mulled grape juice, lassi, pomegranate mojito, aqua fresca, Vietnamese egg soda.
No, thank you. I'm a very dangerous individual. You interrupted the flow of my business. 2 of my people went missing, and we traced them back to you.
Matcha, horchata, kombucha. Unless you prefer something stronger. A nice brocolati, perhaps.
What the hell's a brocolati?
Oh, it's very refreshing. The Gaelic water of life. I'll just have Lala bring you some.
Lala?
My daughter, Lala. Doing your best. Do your job. Isn't she cute?
She ain't got no face.
Yes, I love that about her. Where's your nose? Where's your nose, Lala? Oh, only I knows where her nose is. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, quadruple Scottish whiskey.
Well, now you're talking. You found my soft spot. Oh, that'll put some hair on your chest.
And everywhere else. And speaking of putting hair on your chest. I knew of a house once that had a hair problem. A lycanthropic tale of the Hirsute Manor. A dinner party is a wonderful thing. Even more wonderful when interrupted by two woebegone newlyweds. Even more wonderful here is when dinner is interrupted by horror.
Oh, goodness family, what a fantastic meal. Everything tastes so much sweeter when one owns a manor such as this. Samuel, this manor will be yours one day. When I die, of course.
Which won't be for a very long time, Papa.
Harumph! Certainly, Samuel, certainly. Isn't that so, my darling wife, Rebecca?
My darling Daniel, this truly is a wonderful night. Why, even the moon is full to shine its light down upon us tonight.
Full moon. Excuse me, Mom and Dad. I need to use the water closet.
I swear, Daniel, our son Samuel always disappears at the oddest times.
Excuse me, your lordship, but I found two newlyweds at the front door who seem to have lost their way.
Your what?
Your lordship.
Yeah, never mind. I hear our guests coming down the hall. In the meantime, I think I will avail myself to the other water closet.
Be sure not to injure your wrist, dear, with the shaking of your manliness. We have a very important gin rummy tournament coming up with the Count and his wife.
Yes, dear, yes.
May I present to you his lordship, Viscount Juniper, and his newly betrothed, Catherine Jones.
Why, you two are soaked with rain. Oliver, please go into the kitchen and bring our guests a warm meal.
Right away, ma'am.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Weinscott, and I must apologize for my husband and son. Both are taking a powder.
I've taken many a powder.
You have?
We can discuss that later, Catherine. Thank you, Mrs. Wainscott. And while we wait for your husband and son, it will give us some time to dry off. We must look a frightful sight.
The only thing frightful I see is a man who got us lost on our honeymoon. And now I'm drenched from the rain.
Yes, I can see that, my dear, and it's unfortunate that your poor upbringing has left you so malnourished. Otherwise, you could have fit into some of my dry size 16 dresses.
Don't you mean your mother's dresses? The ones that you insisted on taking with us on our honeymoon for some reason? My goodness! What was that?
That scream sounded like my Daniel. I see a shadow limping toward us. Daniel, is that you?
Yes, it is me. I was just attacked by a werewolf. And he bit my leg off.
Oh my goodness, Daniel! A werewolf here in Hirsute Manor? And your leg? We have the Commodore's ball next Saturday. Now, how are we going to dance?
Yes, the Commodore's ball. But what about my leg?
Hi, everyone. What did I miss? Oliver, do we happen to have any steak tartare left?
We may have some left, Master Samuel. I shall now take my leave of you to find some steak.
Samuel, forget the steak. Your father has been attacked by a werewolf.
Mr. Wayne Scott, I'm Viscount Juniper, and while I was just arrived, I was a medic in the Crimean War. Let's take you to the WC and put a tourniquet on that leg, using some stockings I have in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
The moon, it's making me anxious. I have to use the WC tube.
I'm terribly sorry, Catherine, for you to see my family in such terrible straits.
That's okay. My father works in the mud business, so I've seen some things.
Indeed. Oh no! My darling Daniel! What has happened to you?
Oh, the Viscount and I were in the loo, and the werewolf attacked again. And this time, he took my arm.
Not your arm! We have the archery contest with the Duke in a fortnight. Whatever are we supposed to win now?
Yes, the contest, but my arm.
Hi, everyone. Has dessert been served yet? Oliver, do we have any blood pudding?
Samuel, your clothes are a mess, all tattered and torn. Can't you see that your father's lacking both a leg and an arm now?
Does anyone find it strange that every time Lord Wayne Scott is attacked, Samuel is nowhere to be found?
Not in the slightest, my dear. My Samuel has always had a nervous stomach when contemplating running this manor. After, of course, the current lord has passed on.
Apologies, Mother and Catherine. I will go upstairs and change into some fresh anti-moon clothes. Yeah.
Yes, very good, Samuel. While you do that, Viscount, would you mind helping me back to the water closet to tighten up my tourniquets?
Certainly, Lord Wayne Scott. Let me just take off these garter belts I'm wearing and fashion another tourniquet.
Will you need anything from me, your hamship?
Your what? Oh, never mind, Oliver. Please go to the bar in the other room and pour me a stiff drink for my one good hand and one for the Viscount.
Certainly, your lambship.
Come on, Wayne Scott. We will get you bandaged up faster than we took over Inja.
Let us talk plain, Rebecca. Your son will inherit the estate when your husband dies. He has an unnatural fear of the moon, disappears all the time, and when he is gone, your husband is attacked by a werewolf.
What are you trying to say, Catherine? What is all this ruckus interrupting my conversation with Catherine?
Well, after the Viscount stopped the blood flow in my arm, the werewolf attacked again and ripped off my other arm.
Not your other arm? Now, how will we enter the mixed doubles tennis tournament?
Dear, I am losing a lot of blood here, plus all my appendages.
Samuel, get down here and explain yourself at once.
Yes, Mama?
I have heard scandalous accusations and allegations that you are turning into a werewolf, and that you are rendering Lord Wainscott quite useless for all of our upcoming social obligations.
Why, Mother, Ow! Who shot me? I just had phlegm.
It was I, the Viscount, who shot you, Samuel. I have run out of sexy ways to tourniquet the household, and it sounded like you were turning into a werewolf.
And with that thought in my brain, I expire.
Oh, Samuel, no!
Oliver, whatever do you mean by this intrusion? And why is your livery covered in catsup?
That is not catsup, madam. It is blood, for I am the werewolf.
Could someone get me to the surgeon?
But why, Oliver, have you served this family faithfully for nigh on 20 years?
Centuries ago, this manor was actually called Lupine Manor. When I first came here, you never asked me my last name. Well, it's Lupine. I was hoping to turn Samuel into a werewolf to reclaim the ancestral home, but he is just interested in animal meat.
Not human meat. But I will be back and get my revenge yet.
Gracious! He jumped out the window!
God!
That glass hurt so bad. I will be back. Revenge. Oh, you know the rest.
Well, I knew someone was a werewolf.
Seriously, no one is going to call a livery to take me to the surgeon?
Hush, dear. Unless we are entering a three-legged potato sack race, you are pretty useless to me with one leg. Now, Viscount and Catherine, how are you at mixed doubles tennis?
Well, that was a delightful story of dismemberment and pain. I have to nitpick, though. You're telling me the butler did it. That seems like a cliche.
Marty, I would like to introduce you to my lady friend, Misdirection. And you should know the butler always does it.
I should have seen it coming, but my mind, it's cloudy.
I wonder why that is. Most people wouldn't think twice about drinking 99 proof quadrupled whiskey given to them by a faceless child. Hashtag sarcasm.
Oh, my head. Yeah, I will take that Vietnamese egg soda now.
Oh, Marty Pants, too late. We're both so well lubricated with the Brook laddie that we may as well let the libations flow. I'll be back soon with another tale.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Quarantine Mystery Chiller Theater. Tonight's episode written by Peter Flanigan and directed by Jeff LaGreca. Foley and music by Suzanne Slade. Our actors for this evening were Amanda Conlon, Brian Depetris, Kelly Brighton, Susan Davis, Brian McMullan, Karey Montoya James, Jose Restrepo, and Philip McBride, and Suzanne Slade as the gruesome lady. I'm Mason Pinkerton James, also known as Jeff LaGreca, reminding you to stay in, stay healthy, and use this time to create something wonderful. Good night. Have a pleasant and safe evening.